Welcome back to more real estate talk. I'm Jordan Conrad, associate broker and home builder with Perry Wellington Realty. I'm here today to talk about the rising cost of concrete. Now, maybe you're thinking about building a new home this year, maybe you're thinking about putting in a pool, maybe you're just thinking about putting in a patio. You may want to watch this video because those concrete prices will definitely affect you. Over the past year, we've finally seen some decreases in building materials. That was not the case for concrete. Between 2022 and 2023, we've seen about an average of a 15% increase in the cost of concrete. I'm a builder in central Pennsylvania, and the 15% is generally what we saw between 2022 and 2023. And this was pretty much an overnight increase. We finished a duplex towards the end of 2022, and whenever they were billing us, they actually used the 2023 prices by mistake, and I saw the bill and I about had a heart attack. And so I asked them, and they're like, yeah, beginning of the year, concrete prices are going to be going up. That was the invoice for the foundation. And so substantial increase. I mean, to have a foundation, the cost of doing a foundation increase 15%, really hurts a builder's bottom line. And certainly if you're, a homeowner that's thinking about doing any type of concrete work, or if you're thinking about building a new home, that's definitely going to have an impact on your construction budget. So now I'm going to dig into some of the details and tell you why we're seeing these increases. Okay, so we're going to talk about what these increases actually look like. And so I have a website here. It's concretenetwork.com, and they have this article here about concrete prices in 2023. And they talk about prices per square foot and prices per cubic yard. And so, I just wanted to, have something to show national averages compared to what I'm seeing, as a home builder. So generally what I saw in central Pennsylvania was in 2022, we were paying about $4.50 per square foot of concrete. Now, when you see concrete measured in square feet, you're generally talking about flat work. So like maybe, patio or, a front porch or, garage floor or sidewalk. So we saw that go from $4.50 to over $5, so about $5.25. And that's what they talk about here. So concrete cost per square foot. And then looking at cubic yards, so cubic yards, cubic yards is, again, a measure of volume. And so this is going to be more for your foundation, for the house. So, generally, what we saw was, we were seeing, and this is an article from 2022, we were seeing about $135 per cubic yard. And that increased to $160 per cubic yard. So some of these are, the 15% plus increases, in some cases, depending on, what the use is. So again, so that's going to be, for a foundation. And so depending on the size of the home, your average size home, you might see a, $5,000 increase in the cost of the foundation. If it's a very large home, this may be up to $10,000. For flat work, a good example is if you want to do, a small project around your house, you're maybe, doing a patio or something like that, something under $10,000. A 15% increase, you could be talking, $500 to, $1,500, depending on the exact cost and what you're trying to accomplish. So, definitely something to consider, whether you're building or, just doing projects, around your home. So I wanted to talk about cost first, and next we're going to, answer the question, why are we seeing this price increase? So let's take a look at that now. Okay, so here I have an article from Seeking Alpha. Seeking Alpha, they look at a lot of financial stuff, a lot of market factors. And so what they talk about in this article, they talk about the price of a lot of the building materials have gone down. However, concrete, cement, bricks are still creeping up. And so, if you don't want to read this whole article, basically what's going on here is, the rising cost of energy prices is basically the main factor in the rise in the price of concrete. So, the process of making concrete, and again, I don't know exactly what's involved, but it's very energy intensive, is what they cite. And so, we've seen, energy prices, really rise, and also, to some degree, transportation costs, but, we're seeing fuel prices go down, which helps. And so they go into, the two reasons why, prices of concrete, so input prices, so they talk about energy intensive process, and they also talk about the supply. So again, the supply of basically excess concrete for suppliers to have available is down, and basically unless they have a excess supply, you're not really going to see again, the supply and demand of it, you're not going to see those prices go down just based on them having excess supply. So those are some of the factors. The other thing that it mentions is basically the lag time of the prices. So they say, for us to start seeing a decrease in prices, it's probably going to be over 6 months, because concrete prices respond pretty slowly. Things like lumber, are traded in futures markets, and concrete is not something that's, they don't have a lot of markets where, they're able to really, manipulate those prices. So they talk about that as well. So definitely an interesting article, not very long. So, it's a pretty quick read. So, they're saying that, once we, continue to see energy prices come down, we may start to see some relief there, but, it's not looking like, anytime in the, close future. They cite maybe, spring 2023. We may start to see the prices coming down, but I guess we'll see what happens. So that's all I have for this video. Not a super long video. I just wanted to touch on this stuff. I think it's a very interesting topic. And whenever I saw those increased prices, I always ask, why is this? And I had to figure out the answers. So if you like the video, consider subscribing to the channel, and definitely like the video. That helps my channel out as well. That's all I have for today. I'll see you next time.